The vision of Godzilla as both a creature and a film franchise has become a little muddled over the years. We've seen some fun modern interpretations of the beast, and some not so fun, but the popularity of the absolute unit is not to be understated. Kaiju flicks have always had their place in cinema, and they're a blast to watch even if their sole purpose is to smash things to bits and lay waste to civilizations, or even other kaiju. But Godzilla in particular is special. We've come to understand Godzilla, or Gojira in Japanese, as a creature that arises from the depths of the ocean to wreak havoc on Tokyo, or San Francisco, or New York City, or wherever it is that it chooses to rock up. They're a creature that requires total opposition in order to tear them down and protect the people of Earth from its wrath. Often in the creature's remake appearances, he represents nothing but destruction, either to destroy the people of Earth or to protect them from something a bit bigger. Godzilla movies have become catastrophe movies, and I think Godzilla deserves more than that. Godzilla first appeared in the 1954 movie of the same name, produced by the Japanese studio Toho, which is a Japanese freighter and another ship sent to investigate it destroyed in mysterious circumstances. The destruction is blamed on Godzilla, an ancient sea creature that is speculated to have been awakened by underwater military testing, which comes to be proven true when the behemoth arrives in Shinagawa, leaving devastation in its wake. The remainder of the film's runtime is dedicated to the debate of whether Godzilla should be killed to protect the people, or researched further to better understand what they can do to prevent the attacks he commits. The film ends as scientist Daisuke Serizawa sacrifices himself to kill Godzilla with a weapon of his own design, dying at the bottom of the ocean as the only person with the knowledge of how to build it. The Daikaiji's presence in cinema began with this film, as an embodiment of Japan's perspective of nuclear holocaust. The film's producer, Tomoyuki Tanaka, said that the theme of the film from the beginning was the terror of the bomb. Mankind had created the bomb, and now nature was going to take revenge on mankind. The automatic connection to make here would be to the US's devastation upon Japan in World War II, especially the brutal atomic bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. This is a message that's remarkably alive in Godzilla, as he is described as a product of atomic testing. They're a manifestation of the side effects of a military American dream: greed, war, brutality, destruction, fury. Godzilla is man-made and represents Mother Nature taking revenge on man for his transgressions, which is where American interference comes into play.
Dynamic violence, savage action, spectacular thrills, Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
2 years after the film debuted, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, no, not that one, was released. It was an edited adaptation of the original footage from Toho, with sprinklings of new content produced in America. The film makes its own American insertions in the form of a new journalist character, but the issues of the film actually lie in what it removed. All mention of American testing and the anti-nuclear theme that carried the story was axed. The story was changed at its core to suit an American audience, and was careful not to remind them of the inexplicable death count that the Nagasaki and Hiroshima bombings caused. Godzilla was written to heal a wound. Japan suffered immense casualties to the bombings, and the metaphor of a beast that retaliates to human nuclear testing couldn't be more clearly stating that humans would face dire consequences for their disrespect of the world and their fellow man. Godzilla, King of the Monsters is a symbol of American cinematic erasure, turning a sad and bleak story about man's transgressions into nothing more than a disaster movie. The film has since been slated for both rewriting the story and its general quality, but Western audiences had already embraced Gojira merely as a monster to be vanquished. It was the first step towards the Godzilla we now know, a monster who arises from the ocean to attack for no discernible reason. Some interpretations have given way for Godzilla to protect the people he would once have tried to crush, but his existence still means nothing beyond a towering antagonist. The 1954 film is much more readily available in the Western world now, and while the messages that the film sent are still relevant, its applications would have been much more influential around the time that it was meant to be released. King of the Monsters stunted the growth of a film that had a great aversion to atomic war that the American audiences needed to hear. America may have been on the winning side of war, but there aren't any winners in war. There's always death, there's always fear, and there's always destruction. And American cinema, for a time, stripped Godzilla of its sincere messages and reduced it to a shallow husk designed only to entertain. The film is a time capsule of an era where fear consumed Japanese audiences, and the art they made during this time deserved better than to be stripped of its meaning for easier digestion. Hi, it's me, Joseph. I'm editing the video that you just watched. Thank you so much for tuning in and checking it out. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. I'm hoping to do some more videos in the future, more frequently, so please subscribe if you want to see some more of that. Big thank you to my good friend Millicent Thomas, who helped me to edit the script. I'll leave a link to her channel in the description. And that's about it. Peace.